Wellesley High School, home to many facilities. This particular facility that you're about to see is known as the library. A delicate balance exists between the individual productivity and group cohesion. A certain set of rules exist to keep this balance in check. But what happens when a single student deviates from this natural balance? Meet Johnny. Johnny is a model library student. He appreciates education in the facilities provided by this school. When he studies, he sits properly without disturbing other students, whether it's a carol or a table. When he has to use his phone, he does so in a respectful manner, and he always properly returns library equipment.
I have something for you. Thank you. It was a productive work session.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, and keep in mind if you need anything, you can come talk to me and I will help you.
Now meet Mark. Mark doesn't like to play by the rules. He sits at tables that are overcrowded. He disrupts the library.
Yeah, so I have a bit of a tragedy on my hands. So last night, I was moving over to Michelle at your place. All of a sudden I hear footsteps, right? I get out there real fast. I get my shirt. I get my pants. I get out.
He doesn't sit properly. Now let's see what happens when these two students interact.
Hey, aren't you a sophomore?
What's it to you?
Well, if you're a sophomore or a freshman, you have to sign in. Here, I'll show you. So when you come in, you want to sign in your name, you want to say where you're coming from, you want to say the purpose of your visit, and you want to record the time in. And make sure you also record when you leave.
What if I want to leave?
Well, if you want to leave for, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes to go to the bathroom or meet with a teacher, you can just sign out in the category all the way to the right, and you can sign back in the category all the way to the right when you come back. But if you're gone for longer than 10 minutes, you're going to need a note from a teacher explaining your absence.
What if I want to go back to my study hall?
Meet with a library faculty member, and they can give you permission to do so.
What if I want to go to the caf?
If you want to go to the caf as a sophomore, you have that privilege. As a freshman, you would not. But because you are a sophomore, you can sign out to the caf, but just make sure you stay there. We don't want anyone hopping around between the caf and the library.
Whatever, I'll let my friends sign in.
You cannot do that. You personally have to sign in. You cannot have a friend sign in for you. Here.
We have the college information section here. And so for like...
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, you can't play music on the laptop or on the computer. It's just not fair. You have to take into consideration the welfare of the other students in the library.
Whatever, man.
Excuse me, sir. This is a misuse of library equipment. You can't play around with the books like this. You have to treat all of the library equipment with respect. If you want to take out a book, you're more than welcome to, but you can't just misuse it. I'm sorry, could you please put these away? Whoa. Hold up. Where do you think you're going?
Deeth.
You can't take the laptop out of the library.
Why not?
It's against school policy.
Whatever, you take it. I don't want
Whoa, 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 whoa! You can't just give it to a friend.
Why not?
If I wanted to take out the laptop, we'd have to go to the back desk and swap it out, and you could reload it to me. But you can't just give it to anyone you want. You can't just give it to a friend.
Look, man, you're not my friend, loser.
Excuse me, sir, you cannot be playing this game.
Why not?
Can you please turn it off? Computers are for school work only, no games or video surfing. You're gonna have to turn this off. Where do you think you're going? You cannot leave the computer unattended. You know this. Whoa, where do you think you're going with that book?
Checking it out.
You think you're going to read that book in 4 weeks?
Well, it was going to take 5 weeks.
Well, you can only take out a book for 4 weeks. You know this. If it'll take you 5 weeks, you're going to have to renew it at some point.
Whatever, I'll just get a different book then.
Hold up.
What?
Well, first of all, this is a textbook, and textbooks are only to be used in the library. You can't take out a textbook. Second of all, you can't put books in the recycling bin. The recycling bin is for used paper and water bottles. If you have a book, you can return it to a shelf, you can return it in the book drop, and if you have trash, it goes in the trash bin, not the recycling bin.
Whatever, man.
I already told you about this.
So every time I'm looking for my book, right? Looking for my book. I see the goods, I grab them, I slip in my pocket. As I'm about to leave, Claudette reaches in.
This is the quiet study room. Keep it down here. You have to be respectful to all of the students who are using the quiet room to study. If you would like to talk quietly, you may go outside and sit in the talking area, or you may get one of the other study rooms. But you cannot talk in here.
Whatever, loser.
Excuse me.
What?
We're working on a history project. We have this room reserved. You can't really just come in here. We have it reserved. You see, if we weren't in here, if no one's in here, you can come in here whenever you like. But for the period in time which someone has it reserved, you really have to respect their usage of the room. If you want to reserve it for another date, that's okay. But we're actually working on a history project right now, and we don't want to get distracted.
Fine, then I'll reserve it tomorrow for me and my 10 friends.
Well, you can't do that because you can't have more than 8 people in a study room.
Fine, it'll just be me and my 3 friends.
Well, if you and your 3 friends just walked in here, that's okay. But in order to reserve it, you have to have a minimum of 5 people.
Whatever. Hey Johnny, you can't sit here. I have to study for something. I reserved this table for myself.
Well, you can't reserve the whole table for yourself, you know that. These tables are for group work. But if you want to study alone, you can go study in a corral.
Whatever, man. You're a loser anyways. I don't want to study with you.
And it was something like 2x minus y equals
Excuse me, sir. While I...
What? What's the problem?
Well, I do appreciate your company. We can only have 5 people to a table, no more. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to find another place to sit.
Whatever. You guys are losers anyways.
I'm sorry, sir. What are you doing?
What do you want? I'm working on the computer.
What are you doing?
Drinking a bottle of water.
Oh,
What's
drinking
the
a
problem
bottle of
with
water. You're directly violating rules of the library. That's what's wrong with that. You cannot have any drink or any food in the library. You have to leave it outside, let alone this close to a computer.
But it's closed off. I did not drink from it. I did not.
It doesn't matter. Any food, any drink, regardless of whether it's capped or closed, stays outside the library. If we want to keep these facilities nice, I think you should leave right now.
Since when do you give me orders?
Get out. Get out. Get out of my library. Are you ready to fight?
Come on, guys. Yes. Guys, let's
You're
go.
not good. You're just a chicken. Cheap, 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 cheap.
Don't call me a chicken!
All right. Fight's over, folks. Fight's over, folks. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, guys, you gotta come with me. Yeah.
Alas, in an ironic twist of fate, both Johnny and Mark were kicked out of the library. And so, Johnny, the model student, in his efforts to control others, became what he most feared, a disruptive library student.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you